Gentlemen, please welcome 2004 GEM Award honoree for Lifetime Achievement, David Yurman.
Happy New Year. I am deeply, deeply honored to be here to honor someone who is clearly a friend and a visionary, Helene Reinhold, for a lifetime of achievement. This is a GEM Award that has been waiting for you. I had it in 2004. I thought I was going to be retired, but 10 years later, we got a long run. To say that Helene is a romantic would be to say that she's a romantic. She's just romantic. Everything about her is. She's curious. She has great interest. Nothing will stop her. Nothing. She has this uncanny eye, this great aesthetic, and a passion for jewelry and a passion for art. And more importantly, she loves people. She dearly loves people. I personally don't. I'm a bit of a curmudgeon. I don't know how she does it. I'm almost embarrassed being in her presence. But she's a love. She's just incredible. So she's taught me a lot. It's okay, David. It's okay. It's okay. In 1979, I thought I met Helene in Rhinebeck when I was doing 10 years of craft shows, juried craft shows. But in fact, I didn't. Because Mr. Reinhold, her husband, said you may not go and buy hippie jewelry. We don't want any flakes here. Emerald, ruby, sapphire, traditional jewelry. Didn't stop Helene. She went to the JA show, the RJA show. She went downstairs in the basement. I was next to Jerry Madison. He had all kinds of crazy things in his stand. And she saw what we made. And she saw the collection. And she believed in the collection. And we looked at each other and she says, I like this. Let's try this. There was no designer jewelry. It was the first year of the designer jewelry gallery, Mort Abelson, father of American jewelry designers. You must be the mother. You gave us a home. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. She definitely understands us. And without Helene, without her understanding and her belief in us, it would be difficult. She laid the groundwork. She has such incredible vision. I had never missed, well, once I did miss an appointment with Helene at the JA show or at her showroom. Because when I'm in her presence and she's looking and concentrating on what we created, she gives so much. Her visions are spot on. Almost as spot on as my wife, Sybil. And that's saying a lot. The two of them are lockstep. So I am in the presence of what I really think is greatness. And you wouldn't think so because she's such, she's so laid back. Doesn't dye her hair, it's great. She's kind of a love mother, she's easy, she laughs. But if you've ever been in her shop, and I have, she's a shark on the floor. No one leaves if there's any possibility of a sale. No guy comes in knowing he's in the doghouse and she doesn't know what size that doghouse is and what's going to get him out. So don't be fooled by gray-haired love child mama who's always taking pictures of her children. Please, no more pictures, but nothing stops her because she's recording all this because she loves all this. So I just want to summarize. I like to summarize. We're honoring Helene for impeccable artistic vision, for passion in nurturing us artists, giving us a home, cultivating our talents, believing in us, her selfless work in numerous charities, and curiously, her great love for where she lives, her earth, her Puerto Rico. Her show, all right, Puerto Rico. I trust someone that loves where they live and gives back. Her unwavering support within the jewelry industry, and last but not least, her enthusiasm for learning, living, and once again, loving.
I come from a family of many generations of retailers. So for me, retail is part of my life. I started helping my grandmother in the store when I was 7. And I was the only one that knew the code. And at that time, all things were in code. There were no numbers. And that made me feel very special. And I always thought retail, wow, that's the way to go. When I worked in Old San Juan with my late husband's Reinhold jewelers, we had no artists, we had no designers. It was all very generic. And I realized that it suffocated me. I could not stand not telling people who did that ring. I didn't think it was fair. So when I opened my own store, I made it a point that there would always be a sign saying who the designer was. When I met David Yurman, he really had no signage. And I said, do you mind if I put your name on a card in front of your jewelry? This was years ago. Now, it's common to see branding. And some of these people have become the biggest brands. When our mayor decided to jail all the young people and artists that were doing graffiti in San Juan, and I mean literally putting them in jail, I decided that as a protest, I would look for a graffiti artist and ask her to do a mural in the store. And it was only going to be temporarily. But once it was up, I looked at it and there was no way that I would ever paint over it. I knew that to the days I die, it was going to be there. This is our most favorite place in Puerto Rico. My husband and I relax. We play cards. We play pool. I try to play the piano once in a while. You can see in the house my love for art. So my love for art is not just jewelry-wise. It's paintings, it's sculptures. I have never understood the point of accumulating. I do understand treasuring. In my store, I sell people to people, and I never pick up a piece that I don't tell the story of a human being that crafted that piece, what went into making that piece. Every piece of jewelry, every design has a message. And what's the point of buying it if you're not told the message? And being a lover of history, having inherited that in my veins, how could I not have fallen in love with the second oldest church in America? For me, it's a historical community duty. There is nothing that I will not try to do, no money I won't try to raise to get that church back to where it should be. Luck is not something that you can earn or you can buy. No matter how hard you work, you need that little bit of luck. And when I met David Morrow, my luck turned into a rainbow.
Good. The thing that impressed me about Mary Helen as I got to know her was respect for what she was able to do. That, wow, here is a tremendous human being. Her energy is that of a teenager, truly. I mean, I can't believe it.
I really never stopped my journey through life. And since we only have one life, and I think that's true for everybody, you should try to make your life as interesting from day to day as possible. Because and I'll say this with a smile, you never know when that day is your last day. So why not make it a terrific day? And that's really me.
So once again, I am honored to present the 2014 GEM Award Lifetime Achievement to Marie Helene Morrow. Come up, Marie. Where are you?
Thank you, David. Jewelry Information Center 2014 GEM Award for Lifetime Achievement, Mary Helen Morrow. I have very little to say. I'm so overwhelmed by tonight. It's something that I never dreamt. I love you all so much. I love this industry so much. But I want to tell you something very much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be getting this award. This award is all what you are. You make life more beautiful. You make life more fun. You make life superb. You make every day of my life better. And I have a great debt to you, because you have made me a person that I can live with and feel happy being with every day. And it's all because of your talent. You can't buy talent. You either have it or you don't. I happen, and I really mean this, I happen to be a person with no talent, which is probably why I admire you all so much. But one thing I do know, I can recognize talent, and I can recognize it at almost every table in this room. Even if I've never met you, I sure know about you. Because on the little island of Puerto Rico, and this was before Facebook and Google, I read about you. I memorized the magazines and JCK and Modern Jeweler when it was in existence, and used to wait for the mail to come so I could read about you all. I just want to thank you for tonight. It certainly has been the greatest achievement and the greatest night of my life, except for the day I married David Morrow, who is my love. And I also want to thank David and Sybil Yurman for always having been there for me through thick and thin, through bad times and through good times, business-wise and family-wise. And that's what life is all about, being surrounded by people who love you and who you can trust. And I have that trust for all of you, for your talent and for what there is to come. Thank you.